Round 11, Gavere Belgium, UCI Cyclocross World Cup. Quick look at the course before we get into the racing. It's a 3-kilometer course. Tons of mud today. Lots of rain. Two stops in the pit on either side. So the track actually runs on either side of the pit. So basically they could take a pit every half a lap. And basically the course went up and the course went down. So on the uphills there wasn't as much climbing because there was a lot of running because the mud was so thick and so hard to deal with. As we're going to see as we get into it, the mud did cause some problems today. Ladies had a really good start, fantastic start. Peterson got a really good start. She took off. Basically, what she did last weekend in Italy, I was thinking, looks like she's gone again, and she had a really good start. She built the lead really quickly, got a little bit of a gap, and I thought, okay, looks like we're gonna get a puck win again. But the two teammates, Van Anrooy and Lucinda Brand, they have something to say about Park PTC rolling away with the win. So this is like the climb that really turned the tables in both the men's and the women's race. So as we can see here, Park and Van Anrooy get away from the group, and it looks like they're going to ride away, going well. Even though Park got caught, she still was looking strong, but then all of a sudden she was just gone and was wondering what happened to her. Like, you know, did she just get dropped or something? And then come to find out, she had a bit of an issue. And here you see, basically, because she didn't stop in the pits like everyone else, her bike just got full of mud to the point where the back wheel was not moving. So luckily, because there's so much running on the uphill, she was able to run up to the pit, change bikes, get back on, and chase back. But she had this dropped her back to 5th place. So basically, she had to fight back to try to get back onto the podium. While Van Anrooy and Lucinda Brand basically just rode away from everyone else. So had Pocknut had that bit of a mechanical, she decided not to stop in the pit, and she said in the after-race interview that was a mistake. And she's learned from a mistake. Then, I think she thought she could get an advantage by missing a pit stop, or she could keep going. And she said she learned from that, and something she'll hold on to for the future. See, you learn from your mistakes. So here we see Van Anrooy and Lucinda Brand close. It looked really close. Like Lucinda Brand might even catch up. She got close. They were running side by side at one point. And being that Lucinda Brand is a stronger road rider, if it would have come down to a sprint finish, she probably would have had the advantage. But this hill was a doozy. This hill made the difference in the race today. As you'll see in the men's race, when we get to the men's race, this hill was definitely a run hill today. Even though there were riders that were strong enough to ride it, it didn't make any sense because you went half the speed riding it that you did run. So it was definitely much faster to run. So this is where this is battling, that's 3rd or 4th place. Just that little pass there put her back on the podium, so she fought back on 5th place to get herself on the podium. Van Anrooy takes the win. Lucinda Brand comes in for 2nd place. And with a really strong ride after having difficulty, this Puck Peterson worked her way back to the podium. Into the men's race. So we got the big guns. It was an amazing day today. We got the big guns. We got Tom Pidcock, Walt Wenard, Matthew Van Der Poel. So this race was like billed as a heavyweight fight. Everyone was just really looking forward to this. So it was a really good start, really clean start. Really big field, almost 90 riders. That's a big field for cyclocross. So right off the bat, Tom Pidcock is at the front, and then Tom Pidcock will actually take to the front and take over things, and and lead out the race. Probably about a quarter way into the first lap, Mathieu van der Poel and Tom Pidcock just go to the front and just take over things. At this part, we're still on lap 1. Van Aert is probably 10 guys back, and this is that hill I was telling you about, that decisive hill where it makes more sense to run. So Van Aert got off his bike and he made up like 6 places and ended up going over the top of the hill, and he's in 4th place now. And then this is the latter part of the hill where you can actually ride, and he rode himself into 3rd place. So he went from like 9th place to 3rd place on just this hill, where so many guys decided to try to ride. And Van Aert ran the hill, made up so much places and so much time, and this will pretty much be the story of the day. So Mathieu van der Poel, this hill was like deadly. This hill was like deadly dangerous, and they have it's like a wall, and it's a cushion. And the riders are actually bouncing off of this because apparently in the past, riders have gotten pretty seriously injured because that hill is so deadly. So we see Van der Poel and Pidcock in the pits. So they rode together for a little while, really interesting. And Wout van Aert had a small. And this is where the tables changed. It looked like Pidcock was going to get the debut. Watch, Mathieu van der Poel is going to take a look down. He's going to drop his head and he looks down. The reason he looks down because he's got a flat. So because we're just going in the race, and then as you're going to see, all of a sudden Pidcock is like just got a big lead on Van der Poel. It's like, what? So he got a flat tire, and luckily he was at the bottom of the course, so which meant was a lot of uphill, so he was able to run alongside the other competitors, so he didn't lose too much time. So in that little time period, Pidcock got quite a gap, took advantage of it, rode hard, and he had Van der Poel and Van Aert chasing back hard. Really good race. As you can see, like it's a pure mud fest. Horses would have loved this track. Perfect for the hooves. Pidcock still going well, still going strong, but Pidcock would make a mistake. The hill that I was telling you about, this hill is definitely what made the difference in the day. Had he not done what he's about to do, he probably would have been able to hang on for, if not the win, a definite higher place. So this flat section was basically the only flat section on the whole course. So you see they just came down. This was like the fastest part, the flattest part. Then after this they make a right turn and then they start climbing. As you can see, Mathieu van der Poel and Wout van Aert is in pursuit of Tom Pidcock, and then they hit the climb. Pidcock's got a really good lead on the climb, but this is where Pidcock makes his mistake. Right here, this is the part where he learned in the next lap what to do. So as you can see, he's still got a good lead. Van der Poel and Wout van Aert, right at the same point, they get off the bike. Pidcock is still riding. Yeah, he's probably pushing about 700-800 watts right now to get over this. That's a lot of matches. He's burning a lot of matches right now. And look at the gap that Van der Poel and Van Aert closed by running. While Pidcock is still, they're right on his tail now. They literally closed a 10-second gap. And in cyclocross, 10 seconds is a big lead. So they pretty much closed down the gap. So we're going to fast forward one lap back to the hill. Pidcock still holds on to the lead for the rest of that lap. But let's fast forward to back to the hill and just see what happens. So we're back on the hill. Pidcock is still riding. Wout van Aert and Van der Poel run right by him. That's basically where he lost the race as far as I'm concerned. Mathieu van der Poel went on to basically ride away from both Pidcock and Wout van Aert. Pidcock fought hard, but Wout van Aert was able to pass him up and take second place. And rounding up the podium for what had to be an amazingly tough day was Tom Pidcock in third place. And that's a look at round 11 in Gavere, Belgium. Hope you enjoyed. And it's Luby Say with your legs media. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.